Hey, what's up, guys? Mike here, back on the vlog. Today we have a special vlog on how it is built. Today we will be interviewing Mason Green and MBG Restoring. Please help me welcome the youngest entrepreneur of the Youngstown area. Please help me welcome Mason Green.
How's it going, Mike? Thanks for having me.
Mason, what inspired you to create MBG Restoring?
I would honestly want to say my parents. You know what I mean? They've always told me to push on, and anything I want to do in the world, do it no matter what anybody said. So that was basically the main thing that made me want to get into business as a whole.
Okay, what was your main point? Why did you choose shoes? And what is MBG Restoring? Tell the people what is MBG Restoring? What do you do and stuff like that?
MBG Restoring was basically started 3 years ago in the year 2015. Thank you. Basically, what I do is I take shoes, anything that looks like you're ready to throw it away. I take it, restore it, make it look brand new, or as close to brand new as it can. I've been doing this for 3 years, and you ask why shoes? I've been in love with shoes my whole life. That's one thing that I cherish. I remember I'd walk around in school. I had 2 pairs of shoes, but they were clean all the time. I'm real big on making sure it doesn't matter what you wear. It's just how you wear it. Make sure your stuff is always neat, and that's what made me want to get into the restoring business.
It's good, very good, Mason. What age would you say you first cleaned your pair of shoes? And if you know, like, how did you clean your shoes? What did you use? Do you remember like what type of shoes they were? Like, were they Jordans, Nikes, Adidas, or whatever else was back in 2015?
I remember the first pair of shoes that I cleaned were my old Reebok shoes that I've had. I found them in the closet, and well, no, that's a lie. The first pair of shoes I cleaned was my Nike Free Runs that I always did wear. When I first started. That's something. But like the first pair that I actually like restored was a pair of Reebok shoes that were in the bottom of my closet. Something I loved wearing as a kid. Wanted to fix them up, and that was honestly the first pair of shoes I did. I want to say, what was it, about 15 or 16 years old. Probably not even 16 yet. Probably 14 or 15 years old. Then I did something like that. Yeah.
That's good. So you said these were your own shoes, correct? These
Yes.
Reeboks?
Yep.
Do you still have those shoes currently?
I do. Yep, they're sitting in a glass box in my shoe collection.
So these shoes obviously have some type of sentimental value, correct?
Most definitely.
Would you say that this was the first introduction to your business?
Yes and no. And I say yes because I would have never thought that I would have had a shoe business. You know what I mean? But I've always been big on money too.
Yes.
So even back when the lemonade stands 25 cent, 50 cent a cup, profit. I've always been big on profit. But as I'm doing this and I'm making my own solution, I make my own solution. I base it off of different solutions. Sorry, Mom, for going in the kitchen and experimenting, but I never thought that I'd make profit off of this, but I just started getting good at it, and word got out, and that's all she wrote.
What type of tools did you use to clean shoes? Like, a lot of people, like including myself, I know I use a toothbrush and hydrogen peroxide and Dawn dish soap, blue Dawn dish soap to be exact, and that's how I clean my shoes. But I've had a pair of my shoes cleaned for me, by the way, and I like the outcome. But what type of tools do you use? Brushes? Do you use your hands, washcloths? What type of tools do you use to clean other people's shoes?
What goes into cleaning, and before I go into cleaning, I always say this because I guarantee your next question will be like, what separates from what I do from what somebody else does, and there's really nothing, but I always say that there is a difference between cleaning a shoe and restoring a shoe. Cleaning, you can clean up, get all the dirt and all the access, but restoring the shoe to brand new is a totally different craft. But what I do use, I will say, is I did start off with the little toothbrush. little sneaker cleaner that you get from the mall as you're walking out of Foot Locker. But now I use brushes, big brushes, small brushes. I got about a dozen of brushes that I use for different styles of shoes, ranging from suede to mesh. I make my own sneaker solution, like I had said before. So basically, I based off of different sneaker solutions and just mix in different stuff, and it goes really well for me. Waterproof all my shoes before they're back to their clients, and that's on the cleaning end. Now on the restoring end, anything you could think of. Acetone is real big when I'm stripping paint.
Yes.
Angelus, thank you to my partners down in Los Angeles. Angelus for taking care of me with paint, and I use my paint, brushes, sponges, anything you need to actually restore the shoe to original state.
Now, now that you said you have people in Los Angeles that help you, so you're pretty much in a nationwide thing right now, correct?
Most definitely.
What else do you do with shoes? Do you sell shoes? Do you collect shoes? Do you clean them? What do you do? Do you like resell them? Do you buy your shoes and then clean them and resell them? Give us a little bit of insight on that.
Basically, my whole life, if one person always has something that they collect. For me and my brother, it's always been shoes, whether they were Skechers to Nikes to Louis Vuitton or Balenciaga.
Yeah.
It's always been shoes, something that I've collected. So I'm real big on collecting. As far as selling, that's basically how I started profiting from this business. I'd go to Goodwill, Salvation Army, garage sales, pick up shoes, practice, restore them, then sell them on eBay or buy, sell, and trade or anything like that. Mm-hmm. But now, this past fall, I expanded in the resale game. So that's your Jordans, that's your limited edition Yeezys, and just meeting the right people and able to actually buy and sell those in large quantities to different possible distributors that'll help their businesses as well.
That's good, Mason. Another thing is how do you get more clients? You're a small business, obviously, and you want to grow. You have guys you talk to from all across the country. And how do you get people in this area, specifically the Youngstown area, to get you to clean their shoes? Now, do you have like a website? Do you have like T-shirts made? Do you have flyers made, billboards, whatever, to get people to contact you to clean their shoes?
Yes, and that's the best part. In any small business owner in Youngstown that views this will say the best part of Youngstown is it's not too big, but it's not too small to the point where everybody knows each other. Mm-hmm. And everybody's trying to help each other out. And if I learned anything from anybody, is basically to network with others. So before I even had a website, I do have a website, www.mbgrestoring.com. Before I had that website, it was all word of mouth. You do just say, I clean your shoes, Michael.
Yeah.
You tell your friend, then your friend tells his friend tells his friend. So all this long, it's just, and that's before even social media. I even got on social media with MBG Restoring. I ended up getting on Instagram and Facebook, I want to say, 2 years ago. So that's a whole year I had with just word of mouth and going to different conventions, meeting new people, and letting them know what I have to offer. And people like that, and they tell their friends and their business partners, and then it just goes on from there. I do have T-shirts. We do have an MBG Restoring kind of like merchandise section on the site, and that's basically I have a nice Supreme logo tee. I have a Yeezy box logo tee, and that dramatically increased the business because I have like all the information. People want to know what's MBG Restoring. Where'd you get that shirt at? Because I like cool designs, so it's mm-hmm. always it's helped me a lot to gain business, or at least if I haven't did business, people will know about it, and that's my thing. You don't have to do business with me, but I just want you to know what I do.
Okay, I understand. Mason, there was just a recent article in the Youngstown Vindicator about you, and it was a little bit eye-opening, would you say?
Yeah, yes.
That's good. And I remember, I know I followed you on social media, and you said you had a lot of views on your website. Would you say that this publicity has helped you gain more clients in a way?
Most definitely. I check my website viewers weekly, and I just want to know what sections they're clicking on, what the people are interested in, and then I go in with the small team I have and try to improve and what any business person wants to do. But most definitely, because as you see, it was steady until the day I was on the front page of the Youngstown Vindicator. It went all the way up. So people are really starting to
That's good.
really find out what MBG Restoring is.
And I read the article, and I have the article. It says that you were one of the youngest entrepreneurs in the Youngstown area. Can you tell me, like, personally, what does that mean to you? Do you feel like tell me how you feel exactly?
When I read that, it made me really think, like, wow, I am. And, the colleagues and people I meet, I'm one of the youngest entrepreneurs in the Youngstown area, like it said. And it makes me feel that I really need to hold myself up.
So, Mason, where do you see your business going from here? What plans do you have for the future for your business?
My plans for the future would definitely be to get my own building in the Youngstown area, whether it's in Austintown, Boardman, Canfield, somewhere near between the two malls. Most definitely, I want to continue my business as MBG Restoring, most definitely. But in the long run, I see myself being a business owner, so chances are MBG Restoring won't be the only business that I have. That's my thoughts.
That is a great answer and a great plan. I really do hope you succeed at that.
Thank you, Michael.
The last question I have for you today is, what advice do you have for someone our age who is looking to start a business possibly, or just having the idea of starting a business? What advice do you give to that person?
One, be prepared to be told no a lot. Being told no is the biggest thing that you'll be told, like you can't do something or something's out of reach. But I always know that when something's out of reach, people only say that because they can't do it. So that's why you go and achieve more. Two, be prepared to go sometime without sleeping. And it's funny because I do this all by myself. So I wear my suits to my interviews and my business meetings and stuff like that. But then I have to go home and put on my smock and get to work. You know what I mean? So, just be prepared for some sleepless nights, but it'll be worth it in the long run if you really have your passion for it.
Thank you, Mason, for everything that you did for this vlog, and hopefully you guys liked it, and we will definitely catch you guys on the flip side.
On the flip. Thanks for having me.